So Harmonize Composite is a composite that came out. We're going to switch gears into more of like an anterior composite now. It's a material that came out, and the reason it's so popular right now, it's one of the few, well, it's the only anterior composite material that behaves in the way that it does, and you'll see here in a video in a second. So it's the most highly aesthetic composite right now, and the way that it maneuvers with your instruments is just awesome. So as you watch this video, this is me just taking and messing with it. I made this video myself, just kind of dinking around with an instrument in composite, and you'll see the difference in material, and I'll show it to you as we go, of how much more pliable the Harmonize is. So one, see how much more shiny it is, and as I'm pushing up and down on it, you can see it almost rebound back at you. Okay, where with these, you're going to see they're both going to be a lot more dry. When you play with them, they're going to leave the indentation in the composite a lot easier, and they just look more of like a matte finish or a lot drier, where you can almost see this like bouncing back at you. Then I take the instrument and just kind of cut a line through the middle of it. And I mean, you can see there's no science to the study that I did, but you can see how much more, look at the line that it makes here and how much more elongated this is compared to these two, and just how much more dry these composites are. So a lot of times we'll speak about different products, and the reality is they're all kind of the same, right? But Harmonize is one of those products that I love getting out and speaking, and I've got a full 3-hour lecture on it because it is very different than anything else out there on the market. It's the most aesthetically pleasing composite, but it's the easiest to use working with it. And it has to do with these particles. So it's these round particles of silica and glass and zirconia, with these little zirconia particles on the outside. So it almost acts like a ball bearing, and that's why it maneuvers so easily, and you see it kind of like moving as you're working with it. So it's one of those nanofilled composite resins. The crazy thing is, aside from being highly, highly aesthetic, it's one of the strongest composites on the market. So a lot of docs are using it for their anterior and their posterior composite. And then it's this filler. So they have this patent technology. It's called, what they call ART, and it's this adaptive response technology. That's what makes it maneuver the way it does. But it's also art from the standpoint of like artistic and cosmetically pleasing. Awesome flexural strength. I'm going to kind of cruise through some of these studies just because we've got some good stuff to get to here I don't want to miss. Great for fracture toughness. I mean, performs very, very well. Very, very minimal shrinkage. Just a great product all around.